Hello, everyone. My name is Brianna Mashhour, and I am the Vice President of Mock Trial at UCI. This year, I'm in charge of our recruitment process. I'm joined here today by two other members of our executive board.
Hi, everyone. My name is Carolyn Boosmill, and I'm the current president for UCI Mock Trial.
Hi, everyone. My name is Marie Knubarens, and I am the tournament director.
We will now go into a presentation to show you all what our program is all about.
So the most important question you might have is, what is mock trial? Fundamentally, mock trial is a competition that utilizes a fictional civil or criminal case that's provided by the American Mock Trial Association, which we refer to as AMTA. Now, in terms of its civil or criminal, that just alternates every other year. Mock trial is a public speaking activity, and it's executed through a tournament-based format. So that means on weekends, we compete with other schools, which includes the University of San Diego, UCLA, UNLV, Claremont McKenna, and more. Now, if you'd like to know our rap sheet or how well we've done in the past, we have a few of our statistics here. We've nationally ranked first in the country for 3 consecutive years. We've placed third at nationals a few years back. We've ranked first at the West Coast at the semifinals in 2020. We've had over 15 individual awards every single year. And program alumni from our program have gone on to law schools including Harvard, Columbia, Duke, NYU, UCLA, and more. Now, amidst the unprecedented times, we have had to make a few changes to accommodate the mock trial needs. Now, originally, we would be competing in mock trial in person, but because that's no longer feasible, we will be doing so online. And in order to do this, an easy way to have access and an appropriate way is using Zoom, which I'm sure a lot of you have been using for your classes already. And you'd need a camera and a microphone that could capture your person and your voice as well.
So UCI currently offers a political science class called The Art of Trial Law, and that class teaches students about the basics of what it's like to be a trial lawyer. That includes how to write and present directs and cross-examinations, the federal rules of evidence, how to perform in a persuasive manner, and more. This class is only offered in the fall, and it's only 1 day a week. And to help our incoming members learn more about how to be successful in mock trial, since we are basically impersonating trial law, we encourage all members to enroll in this class. Unfortunately, it is currently full, and students are only being accepted on the wait list, but we hope that more spots will open up as the quarter begins. And in the worst case scenario, our members can sit in on the class without officially being enrolled. So they won't get a grade, but they'll be given the opportunity to learn everything from the class. It's not a required class, but it's highly encouraged because it'll teach you so much about how to become an effective speaker and more about what trial law looks like. The class is also taught by 2 professors who are current attorneys in the state of California and who were mock trial at UCI alumni. And the class is also taught by current members of mock trial as TAs. Some frequently asked questions that we get about mock trial is how much time does our program actually require? And this question is a little difficult because it really depends on what role you get. So the different roles are you can either be an attorney or a witness or a combination of either one of those. And there's 2 sides. We have defense and prosecution. So it depends on what role you get and what you want out of the activity. If you just want a really fun activity and you just want to hang out with some friends, then you can obviously put in some less time for the activity. But there is a minimum that we're going to require since this is a competitive team. We have tournaments that are on the weekends, and there's about 3 per quarter. We also have about 2 meetings per week. We have 1 as a program and 1 for individual teams. But overall, again, it just depends on how much you put in so you get out of it. If you want to be a very competitive member of our program, you're going to have to put in some more time. So it depends on what you want. How do you know if mock trial is right for you? It's not just for political science majors or people who want to go into law or go to law school. I'm currently a bio major, so I have nothing to do with law. I'm not planning to go to the law field. It's just a very fun activity. It helps you develop your skills in acting, writing, public speaking, team building, and much more. There's never going to be a time in your life you're not going to need to persuade someone. So this helps you learn how to do that. And it's really fun. We have a very great group of people. So it's just fun to come together every week and have that group of people you know are going to be there for you. How many new members do we usually accept? We don't have a set number on how many people we have. We don't cap it. But in the past, we've taken about between 7 to 12 members. But again, it depends. It depends on how many people sign up, how many people try out, and the talent that we find. If we like everyone that we see, we might take a larger number in the past. It also depends on how many of our current members are graduating and how many are planning to rejoin us in the fall.
Now, after hearing all this information, you might be wondering, how can I sign up to be part of this program? Well, first and foremost, we encourage everyone to try out for the mock trial team. Now, in order to do that, you're going to have to keep an eye out for the mock trial application that will begin circulating in late September, closer to when we start school. This application will be on our website, our social media accounts, and disseminated during the virtual Anteater Involvement Fair. For information on how to access our website and social media accounts, please see the end of this presentation. Now, within this application, you'll find several questions that inquire about your past experiences, as well as your plans for the upcoming year. After filling that portion out, you will see a doodle poll. Click on this link in order to sign up for a tryout date. When signing up, please pick just one date that suits your schedule, and be sure to sign up with the same name that you used for the application itself. This will help us to make sure that everyone is put into their tryout date accordingly. After you have signed up, we will send you an email containing a confirmation of your tryout date, a Zoom link that will be used for your tryout, and all of the information that you will need to prepare. If you have any questions at all about this process, please feel free to reach out to us at any time. And speaking of questions, if you still have more questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. Also, we would love to see you at our live question and answer session, taking place on Monday, October 5th and 6th from 5 to 6 p.m. When the time comes, you can access these sessions using the link provided on this slide. Links to the question and answer session will also be posted on our website and all of our social media accounts. If you would like other ways to contact our program, you can reach out at anteatermocktrial@gmail.com or through any of the social media platforms listed on this slide. We sincerely thank you for watching this video, and we hope to see you all at our tryout. But before we end this video, we would like to show you some demonstrations. If even after all this information, you're still wondering what mock trial really is, then these videos will help you to find out. You're about to view some demonstrations of past and present mock trial competitors from UCI that will give you a better sense of how this activity is done. The first demonstration you will see is how mock trials are usually done, in a courtroom. Now, when you watch this video, pay special attention to the projection, eye contact, posture, and hand motions of each competitor. Then you will see an example of an opening statement that was done in an online format. In this video, pay special attention to how the competitor is still dressed in formal attire, projecting their voice, and keeping constant eye contact with the camera. Finally, you will see an example of a direct examination between a witness and an attorney that was also done in an online format. This is a more casual demonstration meant to provide insight into how this activity can be transitioned to a digital format. In this example, pay attention to how the witness conveys great emotion in her performance and creates a very defined character. Also observe how the attorney carries himself with the same emotional tone.
She knew.
She just didn't care. It's June 29 of 2017. The defendant is on the set of Midland's Television Studios. She's in the studio with her chimpanzee, Elias. There's only 1 hour before Elias is about to perform in a rehearsal. But the defendant knows Elias probably isn't the right chimpanzee. She knows that Elias has been aggressive in the past. She knows that Elias isn't fully trained. She knows that she could not complete the training. She knows they probably shouldn't perform. Members of the jury, she knew all of this. She didn't do anything different. She still took Elias to perform, and he ended up hurting someone. He ended up killing someone. She knew. She just didn't care.
May it please the court. The defendant's daughter didn't have the credentials, but the defendant had the cash. Every single year, 2.2 million high school students apply to college. These students have put thousands of hours into their homework, thousands of hours into their extracurricular activities, and thousands of hours studying for standardized tests. They hope that all of their time and effort over the past 4 years will give them the opportunity to attend the school of their dreams. But unfortunately, despite all of those efforts, most of those students won't get that chance. And that's because of people like the defendant. You see, the defendant's daughter, she didn't have the SAT scores, and she didn't have the extracurricular activities, but that didn't matter, members of the jury, because the defendant had the cash. So on January 2nd, 2016, the defendant paid an admissions counselor $150,000 to fabricate an SAT score, to fabricate a resume, and to bribe a university official. And just 2 months later, the defendant's daughter, she got into her dream school. Now you see, she stole a spot from a deserving student who spent thousands of hours earning that position and not thousands of dollars to buy it. The defendant's daughter didn't have the credentials, but the defendant had the cash.
What's the next thing you remember when you woke up from that nap?
I woke up and Parker, she was gone. My heart started racing, so I thought maybe she was outside of the tent, and I went to look for her.
And when you went to look for her, did you find her?
No, I called her name a couple of times, but I couldn't find her on the campsite, so I started to freak out. I was panicking. I didn't know what to do. My baby, she was just gone. So I searched and I searched all around the campground, even the trails, for hours, just yelling her name over and over again.
Now, Miss Ryder, during the time that she was gone, did you ever call the police?
No. I was scared that I might be in violation of my parole by taking this trip. And if I called the police, that they would have taken me away from her, and I couldn't handle losing her again. But I realized that I could track her phone on mine.
So did you track her phone?
Yes, as fast as I could find service.
And where were you able to track her phone to?
I was elsewhere on the campground, and it just kept telling me that she was near the tent.
So when the tracking told you she was near the tent, what did you do?
I rushed back there. I was so worried that maybe she had come back to the tent and then I was gone. But when I got back to the tent, she wasn't there. My heart sank. I looked everywhere. I tried calling and texting, but nothing would go through. The only thing I could think to do was to wait at the tent until she came back. I decided that if she wasn't back by the time the sun was back up, I'd call the police. But I never got the chance.
What do you mean?
The cops showed up in the morning and they went looking for her.
When the cops showed up, did they find her?
Yes, but it was too late.
Miss Ryder, what do you mean by it was too late?
They found her body. They found her body at the bottom of the cliff.
Thank you, Miss Ryder. Your Honor, I have no further questions.
We hope that after watching these demonstrations, you now have a better sense of what we do as a program and the steps that we will be taking to transition to a completely online season. If you still have questions, feel free to reach out and talk to us about any of your concerns. Thank you so much for watching this video, and we hope to see you all at your tryout.